Hello there and welcome to our valuation software, and today we're going to do step one and we're going to get some pictures of your Scruffy property. So how do we do that? Well, it's a simple process. You just go step one, step two, step three, step four, step five, six, seven, 8, and by the time these videos are finally produced we'll probably be on step 9 and 10. Very easy to do, very simple. Even a 6-year-old should be able to do this. So here we go. Step one, just click on this accordion and the first thing that you see is it's saying get some pickies, and we've got a map of planet Earth spread out there, and somewhere on this bit here is your property. So we need to narrow our search down a bit. So how do we do that? Well, the first thing we do, we just put in your house number followed by the street name. So today we're looking at this property here, which is number 1, although Google Maps thinks it's number 7, so beware Google Maps, but it's pretty damn good anyway looking at this. So number 1, the address is Alpha Drive. The town is Birkenhead. We don't need the county because it's already found it. You'll notice here that the pointer is actually at this property here because it's, Google Maps thinks that this is house number 1. Well, it isn't. It's the house next door. Now you can try and move that by simply changing the house number here. So let's change it by 1 house, which is number 3. See what happens. Yeah, it's moved the marker to the right place, but it won't be the right number for us, so we'll change that back, but it's just to give you an indication of what you can do. So we'll change that back to number 1, and the marker's moved back again. And now to get the coordinates, we're going to drag this little fellow over here, and we've gone too far, so we just click on this button, and this is the house that we're looking at. So if you look, it is a semi-detached. How do we know it's a semi-detached? Because if you look here and here, it's a different block of houses. There's a gap here. So I'll just bring this back. This is the house that we're looking at, Scruffy Property. As you can see, the back garden gate has been kicked in. The front garden's a bit of a tip, and it probably needs some roof repairs as well, but we'll come to that later. So let's just center that up as best we can. So now we want to get the coordinates of it, so we just click on here where it says view on Google Maps, click on that, and it then highlights a nice big image, and there is our property. And you can move it around just by holding your left mouse key down, and isn't that absolutely fantastic? And we didn't even have to leave the office. So the next thing that we do is that we need the coordinates of this, so we just go to the browser bar, click our mouse with the left mouse key, and right click and select copy. Then we move back to this property assessment form, and we go down the form, and it says Google Street View Earl. We just click in that box, right click your mouse, and paste as plain text. So if you were talking to me now on the phone about that property and I'd received that Google Street View Earl by this form, then we'd both be looking at the same property. Okay, so moving on, so that part is now done. So the next thing is we now need to know how many bedrooms, bathrooms, reception rooms, and the tenure and so on. So it's straightforward. We just click how many bedrooms have you got? Well, this property's got 4. How many bathrooms? It has 2, 1 upstairs, 1 downstairs. How many reception rooms? It's actually got 3. It's got 1 kitchen. Its tenure is freehold. There is no ground rent paid to a freeholder during the year for this property, so it's freehold. Gardens, if you go back to the image that we got from Google, sorry, if we go back to the street view, right click in there, you will see that there's a garden here at the front and there's a garden here at the rear, so we know that it's got both gardens. So we select both. And then we go for the type of the property, and it is a semi-detached property. Now straight away I just realised that we've missed something out here, and that is that we need the postcode. Now we're going to need the postcode further on in our valuation, because any surveyor that goes and looks at the property will need the postcode as well. So we may as well look it up. So how do we do that? So first thing, we can shut that down. We can just simply click here for the postcode lookup, which will open up the Royal Mail's website, and we just simply start to type in the address. So we just go 1 Alpha Drive, and it's found it's in Birkenhead, and the postcode is CH421PH. So we just copy that as we did before, go back to that. Remember to always paste as plain text, and that section is done. Now we go a bit further into the form, and now it's asking, do we have any pictures of your Scruffy property? Well, if you've got some, you can click on here to do a search on your computer, where it opens up folders. You can do a file explorer search if you use Windows or a Mac. If not, and you have a folder full of them, you can click on the folder, and we can simply put the folder here. So we'd like a picture please of the kitchen. Have we got one? Yes, there's one. So we just highlight that with our mouse key, hold down the left mouse key and drag it to that box. And the same applies to, say, the bathroom. So just highlight it, drag it across. And the same would apply to the bedroom, perhaps. So we could go and select a bedroom picture, if I can find one. There's one. So I'll drag that across. And do we have one of the reception room or gardens? No, we don't. But we could probably do one of the front of the house. So I'll just move that out of the way and just drag a picture. Sorry about this, and problems with my mouse. So if we get one of the gardens there, just drag that across. So that'd be a front garden picture. Okay, so if you've any photographs missing, we definitely need some of the inside of the property, otherwise we won't know what state the property's in. Okay, so that is step 1 done. The next step that we do, we just click on here to close that window, is to move on to the property's rental potential, and we'll do that in our next video. So see you soon.